3, 4. Just like very simple. Like too simple. You see now. Are we here now? Okay, let's go. The question says, are we here? Let U to be x1, x2, x3. And let V to be y1, y2, and what? Please change it to capital letter. I'm sorry. To capital letter. Change it to capital letter. Sorry. Are we here? Then I said, and let f of U and V. Are we here? It means U with x and V with y. To be this, we have been given from the question. This is what we are given. The function we are given. Hello, you know every function is a polynomial. Yes or no? Every what function is a polynomial. So this is a polynomial. This is a polynomial. We have been given the polynomial. Then I say that write the polynomial in form of a polynomial matrix. Polynomial bilinear. Do you understand? Do you understand what? Polynomial matrix. F of what? UV. We should write it in form of S transpose AY. S transpose AY. That's the meaning. Is it clear now? So where A is a what? Is a matrix. Do we understand? Solution is very easy. Okay, let me write solution. Just write, please follow up. Are we here? Just write. Who can tell me? Just write. F of what? U, comma V. Are we here? Is equal to what? Is equal to what? Transpose, right? Transpose of S multiplied by matrix A, then by Y, where Y is in column. Why the S is in what? It's like this. Because the transpose of vertical is horizontal. Do you understand? Transpose means change all the column to row. So it's now be what? Now something will now happen here. Just like you know is x1, x2, x3. It's now be like this, right? It's now be what? x1. Hope you are following. S1, S2, S3. Don't put comma because it's like a matrix. S1, but it's not in row. S1, S2, S3. Did I put comma here? Did I put comma? Don't put comma. There's no comma. So, are we here? There you now put the matrix A at the middle, as you can see. Are we here? Are we here? Now, something will now happen. You know, I said A11 means first row, first column. I will now be placing the number based on 1, 1 for S and Y, 1, 2, or whatever. Looking at this, we are given 3S1, Y1. It means in first row, first column. 3x1, y1 means 3 is in what? First row, first column of S and Y. So the 3 will be here. Now for 2 minus, right? Minus 2x1, y2, it means first row, the minus 2, right? First row, second, minus 2, right? Here, right? Then move to the next one, which is what? Plus 5x2, y1. That is what? Second row. Yeah, right? Second row, but first. And the number there is what? You write it here. Hope you are following. Minus 2x1, y2. It means minus 2 is in first row, but second, you know it's 3 by 3. First row, but second column, minus 2. Not here, because here is S1, Y3. That is first row, third column. But it is X1, Y2. That is minus 2 is in what? First row, second column. So I'll write minus 2 there. I move to this. 5x to y1. Second row, first column. Second row, right? Right? I move to the next one. 7x to y2. What's the meaning? Second row, second, this row, right? And what is there? 7. Then minus 8. That's what? Second row, third what? It will be here, right? Minus 8 here. But is there x1, y3? Is there x1, y3? Since there is no x1, y3, it means it is representing what? 0. You put 0 there. Since there is no x1, y3, which is first row, third column. Then we move to this one. The last one is what? I'm coming. Eh? Second row, third column. Okay. Sorry, thank you. Who again? Is there any question? Oh, it's a mistake. Sorry. Second row, third column. Yeah. Minus 8. Sorry. Then 4x3, y, that is third row, and second now. Third row, second. Do you understand? That is what? What is there? 4, right? You got the 4 here. Hope you are following. And the last one is what? Minus s3, that is third row. You know this, there is an invisible one here, which is minus 1. Now, is there x2, x1, y3? Sorry, s3, no. S3, y1, which is third row, first column, no, 0. But you have to put the y up like this, Abi. You now put what? Y1, y2, y3. That is your, yes. But if you want to confirm your answer, if you expand back, if you multiply it, you will have this back. You know, TB, x1 times 3, it was, you know, TB, this times this times this times this. If you expand this back, you will have this your function back. That's your answer. That's your answer. Do you understand it? The remaining one. For this one, that's all. It's not solving. You are just writing, you are changing the nature of the matrix, of the polynomial as a matrix. Because by the time you expand this, you expand back. You just now the last one. The last one. Just the last one. So after that one, that's all. So let me have the last question. The quadratic Berlin, quadratic. Yes. Yes. All right, no problem. Now, should I clean this side? Do you understand it? It's not hard. Just locate it based on S, first row, first column. Should I clean it? Okay. Now we are going to quadratic form. Quadratic. That's the last one. After this, we call it a day. Quadratic. Quadratic form. Reduction of quadratic form. To canonical form. Because of time. Example. Reduce three x squared plus 5y squared. Hello, after this one, I will give us one to test, like under this quadratic. After I've explained this one now. After this one, I will give you just short one to try it. After this one, just short one. 3x squared plus 5y squared plus 3z squared, 3z squared minus 2yz plus 2zx minus 2xy to the canonical also specify the matrix of transformation. Okay? All right. By me. Ha, voila. Are we ready for this one? Are we ready? Okay, we are still writing. This one is somehow complicated. It means, okay, it means write the matrix. The matrix will be symmetric. That's the meaning. Once you get the answer, to give you symmetric matrix. So also we find the matrix. My boss. But for saying symmetric, it means after solving it will give you symmetric matrix. Which means the transpose of that matrix will give you that same matrix. Are we ready? This one, okay. Okay, are we here? For these ones, you know, for the polynomial, what's it called? Bilinear. I said it will be what? It will be f of x, comma y, abi, equal to the transpose of x, right? But this one, this one will be the mixture of the two, which means it will now be x, y, z will now be equal to what? Will now be the transpose of x. Just listen. Let me say x, y, z transpose of what? Of x. How can I say that you understand it very well? Multiply by a, listen, and multiply by what? Y. But in this x, there is x, y, z. X, y, z, which is the transpose. Then multiply by the what? By the matrix A. Then y will also be what? X, y, z. Instead of x1, x2, x3, because this one is quadratic, there must be squared. It will now be x, instead of x1, x2, x3, that other one. It will now be x, y, z here, x, y, z here. Do you understand what I mean? So that's the difference between them. So because of time, I will launch into the question. Now, very easy. Please listen, no? Listen. Okay, are we here? Just like just writing it direct. Just say, reduce the quadratic form. Hello, please, quadratic means what? Quadratic means when the highest power is 2, 1, then if the degree of polynomial gives 2, this is this. You know, if degree of polynomial gives 2, you know this one is yz. You know the power of y is 1 here. Power of z is 1 here. 1 plus 1, quadratic. It can be in form of folders or the highest power is 2. But if it is s, y, z, it is cubic. Because 1 plus 1 plus 1, the power has become a cubic polynomial. Okay. Solution, are we here now? I'll now write, instead of s1, s2, s3, it will be what? X, y, z. Are we following? Are we here? I want to transform this matrix. I will now write bracket, right? So, sorry, x, y, z, like this. Transpose. Then I will now write the matrix. Now, listen. Are we here? Are we here now? Please note, for the diagonal, when there is squared, s square will be here, y square will be here, z square will be here. For the diagonal like this. No, there will be number in diagonal. You write out the coefficient of s squared, y squared, and z squared in the, we call it leading diagonal, or we call it principal diagonal. So is there x squared? Yes. What is there? 3. You write 3 here. I will tell you the reason though. After something, I can prove it, but there's no time. So what is my y square? It will be here. Diagonal. Is that z square? Sometimes they can scatter it to just, they can put z square here. They can scatter it, just locate what you need. That's the first thing. This one is what? 3, I mean. That's the first thing. Then just observe, close it. I will show you something now. X, y, z, isn't it? For here also. It's different from polynomial. This one is quadratic. Now, for, okay, I want to ask a question. Let me ask that question. For minus 2yz, it will be where? Before I will now tell you. Don't forget, it means there is y, there is z there. Naturally, there can't be y here, naturally. Because if I multiply, it will be x here, y can be here. Which means, note, in the y is always here and here. If I expand, y will be here, y is second, it will be here and here. S will be first here, or where? S will be what? Here or here. Do you understand? How can I explain now that they understand? X will be here. Okay, you know what? I will write for exam purpose so that he's not confused. Are we here? For exam purpose, are we here? For exam purpose, write. Listen, for exam purpose, just write it in a rough sheet. Listen, please. Write. Let me say A, B, C, the other thing. E, F, G, H, I, G. Do you understand me? For example purpose. Then try to expand it somewhere. Then you now locate the position. Although I know how to do it that way, but for you to understand very well, because of instead of you cramming or so, let's expand. Something will happen. Now, you know this one, we multiply everything here. That is first row, first column, first row, second column, first row, right? Now, S times A. This one is not solving, no, just for you to get it. This one will give me what? AX. Y times, this one will give me what? EY now. EY, right? Z times H, that's what? HZ. You know why is in second part, Abi? This same thing for this same thing for this. This one will now be what? BS because of time. BS, FY, and what? IZ. Hope you are following. This one will now be what? CS, GY, and what? JZ. Then I will now multiply it by what? By what? X, Y, Z. Let's not say X, Y, Z. I'm still coming to this one. So it's mean this one also. First row, This column will multiply first row, or first row, anyone, first row, this column, this column, this column. Now, if I now expand, it now give me what? AS times S, that's what? AS squared, squared. Hope you are following. BS times Y, here will now be what? Hope you are following. BSY, CS times Z, CXZ. Please listen, oh. Then EY times S again. EYX or EXY. Note, XY is still YX, right? XY is still YX. EXY. EY times Y. That's what? EY squared now. Who say YY? Oh, what am I saying? FY, sorry. FY times Y. Thank you. Year to year. FY times Y. Are we getting what I'm doing? FY squared, then GY times Z. GYZ. And the last one, this and this. HZ times H. HXZ. Hope you are following. IZ times Y. IYZ. Then JZ times Z. JZ squared. If you observe, S squared is here. We follow up. Oh. Y squared is here. Diagonal, right? And Z squared is here. Hope you are following me. Now, XY is here. XY is here. Yes or no? XZ is here. XZ is here. Hope you are following. Please, this one is not part. This one is not here. Oh. What is here? I what? IZ and JZ. Hope you are following. Which means I'm not used to locate what I'm given. Let's assume you don't know it in the exam. Just try to do it something like this. But me, I know how to strategize. Should I clean it? Or I should continue here? In the exam, this one is not in the exam mode, just for you to understand. You now just put the number there, that's all. Okay, with me, my answer will now be what? X, Y, Z for row multiply. Now, no, the diagonal is S squared, Y squared, Z squared. What is my S squared? 3. My Y squared? 5. Hope you are following. As you can see, my Z squared is what? What's my Z squared? Now, for here, what's here? SY. What's here? SY is one or two places. You now divide the coefficients. You divide the coefficient of SY by 2. Then you put one part here, you put one part here. What is SY? Minus 2. It's not 2. Minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 2. It's going to be minus 1 here. Minus 1 here. And what? Minus 1 here. Because it occurs 2 times, you have to divide, not total XY, they are just minus 2. So you now divide the coefficient by, because it was being in 2 places, you now share it into equal parts divided by 2. Then for YZ, what is YZ? Minus 2 also. And YZ is where? Yeah, and what? Yes or no? Which means I'll divide it into 2. It will now be minus 2 divided by 2. That's what? Minus 1. Which means for YZ, what's the coefficient there? Minus 1 here, right? And here is also what? Minus 1 here. Hope you are following. Do you understand it? So, and the last one is what? ZX plus 2, Abi, or XZ. Hello? ZX is still XZ. So for XZ, we're having plus 2 divided by 2. That is 1, 1. Where is our XZ? XZ is here. XZ is here, Abi. That is, divide this plus 2, right? For XZ. Divided by 2. 1. 1 will be here. 1 will be. 1 will be here. 1 will be. Do you understand? Which means there will be what? 1 here. And there will be what? 1 here. Then I close it. Then I will now write what? X, Y, and what? Z. That is my answer. Do you understand it? So you cannot cram it. That's all. That's all. No solving, nothing like the YDS. There's nothing like maybe differentiates. Yes, you can do it without going through. Who what? Uh, it must be in two places, naturally. It is a must. Normally, if you expand it, hello, are you here? Hello, hello, please. Hello, are you here? If you try to expand this back, it will give you this. If you expand, you know the way I expanded this one now. If you try to expand this one also, it will give you what we are given back. You can confirm it. But this one is better for you to know how to locate it. Somewhere, not in your note, not in your exam script, just somewhere. Then you can just put it so that it can be very easy for you. Do you understand? So I think that's all. Huh? Hmm? Yeah, yeah. Hello. Okay. 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 All right.
Let's say you have you know space is minus one, space is minus one. If we did not do this part, we will not know that we'll share it in this place and
You don't know.
so you can somebody just write it here and this place will now be zero.
It's not possible.
But you still give us the same thing if you take it back.
It may give you same thing, but it's mathematically wrong. Do you understand? Like you have same answer, but in terms of structure, it is wrong. It means based on answer it is correct, but structurally it is wrong. Based on the structure of the math, it is wrong. Because it must be in two places naturally, not one place. Do you get it? Hello, do you understand what I did here? You have to divide the coefficient of this one by 2 for xy, for yz, and for zx or xz. You now put. Do we understand it? Hello, do we understand? Okay, I want to give one classwork for this. Should I give out a classwork? Please, can I have that question? Classwork. Let me have your notes and your phone. Rather. Just to test. It's not very easy. Cut. I think we are done already. Cut. You can cut it.